Okay. So, it's been a bit of time since I last played, or rather, it's been the weekend really, and I made the executive decision that fuck all that, basically. Um, I decided to look into the modding to see what that looked like, um, and since then, oh, that wasn't what I was trying to do. But that explains one of the mods that I have. So I have added a couple of mods. One of them was the teleport mod, and I have also added a quick boss retry mod, and one for the witch crest to make it playable, which means I removed the reliance on healing for it to be like that you have to touch the enemy, that you have to hit the enemy. And so now it heals the same as the regular heal without hitting the enemy. And I have changed that the cross stitch refunds 75% of its cost if you manage to parry, meaning that if it costs 4, you get 3 back. Which I think I could even go down to 2, but I still kind of want to, like, I'm going to leave it at 3 for now. But yeah, I just wanted to, and then the quick boss retry, just so that trying bosses over and over is less of a pain in the ass. Especially this boss that I was fighting yesterday. I don't assume I can teleport. So I can only teleport between benches, it seems, which is totally fine. Still better than nothing. And now bosses will have a quick retry option, so I don't have to do the whole song and dance every fucking time that I have to retry the boss. So I'm gonna try with the current mods. I thought about adding some other mods, but I figured and because a lot of them, like, I'm not gonna say much to my surprise, because I'm not surprised that my complaints were not remotely unique in that sense. That, yeah, a lot of people had added those things, including like one of the things that I couldn't quite get was like, because I had tried to add some other mods. Oh yeah, I also added so that the silk needle, the needle-in doesn't spend silk just because it's stupid that it spends. There's like no reason why it should. Because it's just inconvenient. I had added a couple. I think I had added the silk harpoon to. Oh, okay, it did work. So the silk harpoon also does not cost mana anymore. So I've added a couple of things that don't show up in the list of my things, but I can look at my mods folder for that. Although I only wanted it to not really expend mana if you connected the attack. I think if you missed, I think that should still spend silk. But anyway, so the game is no longer vanilla. And I just wanted to be very clear about that, because I am valuing my enjoyment over puritanism. So since the enjoyment wasn't really there, I don't see really a need to. And then I might try the witch crest again, just to, because that was a fun way to play. Except the witch crest, except for the beginning. There was like options to remove contact damage and so on, but I chose to not remove that just in case. I didn't want it to be too trivialized, even though I don't think it would be trivialized. I thought it was something was quite funny, was that it was like a mod that was supposedly like to make Carmelita harder. But then a lot of the changes I was like, that would actually make her easier in all the better ways. Which were that she would no longer do contact damage when she's not attacking. And that your parries will regen Silk. Oh yeah, I think that's one of the other mazes that I tried to add, but I don't think that one worked. Like, I'm not expecting that I will suddenly be just one-shotting this, but it at least makes the overall experience smoother and less frustrating. And I can certainly take that. Case in point. I don't know if I can actually... I can interact with this menu with my controller apparently. Can I just... Okay. Maybe? Not really liking how I interact with the buttons here. Okay, that worked. But yeah, the harder Carmelita fight, I think like my understanding of the explanation of the mod was that it would make other aspects of the fight harder, but it removed, for instance, the gauntlet beforehand and some other basically bullshit in the fight. It just makes it focus more on the combat and less on just minding stupid contact hitboxes, and gave you a chance to like parry attacks and so on. Nice input there. A lot of the mods were like for removing double damage from enemies. I thought about it, but like, I'm okay with bosses when they attack doing double damage. I'm not okay with them doing double contact damage, but for sure. It's weird that this mod has no like controller support. Hello, hello. That's okay. I'll happily take this over having to watch the cutscene every single time. Also, oh my god, I did the same thing. There was also one that was to build your own crest, which I was also like, oh, that's really cool. But again, there I felt like I was messing up with the files a bit too much. I was like, yeah, I'll just try to add some quality of life stuff and then go from there. I mean, clearly I'm still getting my ass kicked, so, you know. I wish this mod worked properly with controller.